Yes, it's your boy Cam Legend. I hope all is well with you today. Today's video is going to be about portals. Before I proceed, please press the like button. Another beautiful day in nature, another beautiful day in the matrix. So portals, what are portals and how can we access them? Well, essentially, everything in this universe is a portal. And we can access information through going through certain gateways. We have an internal gateway. We call this the stargate. And this is a gateway to infinite intelligence and abundance. When we go on the computer, we access portals. We go into different domains, different websites. And if you know about intranet, not internet, you go into databases and they call them portal gateways. I remember when I was at uni, we had one that we had to go on before we can access the computers. So again, we see technology reverse engineer things we can do. So let's talk about the inner stargate within us, and then I'll talk about the external afterwards. So essentially, we can access portals to information through our body, mindfulness, meditation, doing certain mudras. You see, mudras are the most powerful things you can do when it comes to accessing portals. Let's say you want to work with a deity. You search online what mudras and mantras you can do that are associated with the deity. Now the deity is either blessing you, giving you information, communicating with you. This is a gateway. This is a portal. So your body essentially can do that. What you see is the more you continually do rituals like meditation, the more information will be given to you through this portal. When you meditate at certain frequencies, like theta waves, alpha waves, information will be given to you whilst you're in this bandwidth. And sometimes at the slower frequencies like theta waves, you can be receiving a lot of information through that portal. And then when you're in alpha waves, information can come to you in drips and drabs. You see? So you always essentially are walking into different portals and gateways all the time. Nature is a portal. It's a gateway. If you want to learn more about the 5 elements, fire, air, earth, water, spirit, aka ether, you can tap in with nature to learn more about it. You can do things like get your compass out and go north, east, south, west, meditate and gaze in that direction, and you will learn more about the elements. The door number of your house where you live, this is a gateway. If you simplify the numbers and it comes to the number 4, for example, that means you need to be pragmatic in the house. You need to be practical, disciplined. You want to work hard. If you have the door number 3 in your house, you want to be creative. You want to tap in with your mind, body, soul, physical, mental, spiritual. You see, the universe is always speaking to you. This is why in the Matrix, Neo's door number, are you looking at that when you watch the Matrix? You have to watch the smaller things that occur in the Matrix. His door number, 101, I think. So that's the number 2. I remember Neo has an alias. So he's a hacker and he's got a name there. And then he also has his government name. So that's the duality, you see. And Neo, his name, if you rearrange the words, it spells one. And they're always speaking about Neo being the one, you see. So that's an allegory of portals. He's a hacker tapping into a portal, but he's also hacking the system of this matrix. And this matrix is a math. This matrix is based upon my aunt, and she weighs the scales of duality, justice, and every outcome and variable is based upon math. There's a back end, there's a code to this reality, and it's down to your awareness to access this portal. This is why they give us so much allegorical. This is why they give us so much allegorical meanings in these movies we watch. Okay? And the most powerful portal we have is sexual energy. When a male and female combine together, they create a cosmic charge. Our sensory receptors are at its most powerful when we have sex. I've told you about Wadjet, which is the eye of Ra, showing you your 5 senses. So your most powerful sense is your smell. This is why if you go into a room and it smells like absolute shit, you exit the room because you can't hack that sensation. Then you have your eyes, which is obviously a powerful sensation. We stay up. When we're awake, our eyes are working always. We're visual creatures. This is why it's so important to activate the pineal so you can have a vivid dream. Then you have your thought. And when you attach feelings to your thoughts, they now manifest in this reality. Then you have touch, right? And taste. So all those elements I just spoke about are all utilized whilst having sex. This is why it's such a powerful portal. And, you know, touch, like if you touch a tree, you may not get a lot of information. Well, you get a lot of information for sure, but this is not a great feeling. Like, it feels good, but it's not like touching a pair of breasts, just being frank, right? But it's not the fact that I'm touching a breast and it feels good. It's the fact that there's an energetic charge. There's an auric field. There's an energy body, right? I'm not making this video graphic. I'm giving this for educational purposes. There's an energetic charge that comes from the divine feminine, that comes from that beauty energy, right? So this is it. I remember learning more about my sexuality. I was very promiscuous, you know, and I was, at one point in my life, I was with a lot of women. I was very promiscuous, yeah. And I remember there was times where I would string women along. I wouldn't tell them that I just want to have fun, and they would want a relationship. And this was very immature of me at the time. But again, I didn't know how to be vocal about what I wanted in this reality. So I remember I would get a lot of bad luck, karma, and subconsciously I knew it was because of the attachments I was making sexually. When you're having sex with people, you're creating a contract, right? Especially when it's unprotected. So you have to be aware of your sexual energy, because this is a powerful portal. This is how demons come through. It's through sexual energy, right? And this doesn't even have to be cosmically charged by having sex. This is why they have you watch porno, because that's now a virtual reality you tap into. And, you know, men may be jacking off to a woman that doesn't even know they exist. But this is going to a deity, you know, Aphrodite, Lilith. It's all going to a deity. So when it's now time to dream at night, you're still having dreams of sexual matter, sexual, you know, you're still having horny sexual dreams, wet dreams. And when a guy starts to do semen retention, he may have an issue doing that. And not only that, in his dreams, he may be having wet dreams. I remember when I started retaining, I was still having wet dreams. And I heard it's perfectly normal from a scientific point, but there's also a spiritual aspect of that, you see? And the energy that hosts a lot of that energy is Venus. And Venus also is associated to your dreams, because another name for Venus is Lucy, aka Lucifer, aka lucid. So you're lucid dreaming, and you can't access different gateways in your dreams because there's an access denied. Just like you get access denied on certain websites, it's the same way you have it in the spiritual world. This is why they give you visuals, technology, virtual reality, OnlyFans, so they can stop you from accessing more in these esoterical gateways. Because after Venus and Mercury in the tree of life, you're now going into lighter realms of reality, and you can't get past that gateway until you learn how to master your thoughts and feelings. So much to the point you can astral project, right? So this is it. I've had a dream where I was trying to access different portals, and I got denied. I got access denied. And it was because I was stuck on Venus. It was a dream with a beautiful woman, and we was at a mall. I told her I'm gonna go do my own thing, and she laughed at me. And she went up the elevator, and there was a magnetic energy that pulled me to go follow her up the elevator. And I'm like, why am I doing this? But there was something about her beauty that made me follow her up the elevator. But I remember I looked at her, she was beautiful, but I could see a lot of makeup. And this is allegorical for Venus, because she's the morning star as she rises just before the sun. And every technology that we see, every form of entertainment utilizes Luciferian energy. Films, social media, TikTok, all these things we like are artificial. And the universe will speak to us in these allegorical terms within our dreams. For this very reason, because our sexual energy is the most creative, it's the most vivid, and it keeps an impression within your mind. This is why in my dream I'm with women. It's not because I'm just being horny, and no, it's because it wants to leave an impression within your mind. And it knows that sexual energy is the most powerful gateway to do that. Okay, so you have to be able to decode your dreams and understand if you want to access more information within your dreams, you have to understand the tree of life. You have to understand yesod, which is the moon, your subconscious mind. You have to understand, hod. You have to understand tippereth. You have to understand all of these archetypal energies because they're within you. And it's down to your awareness to decode. And sometimes you ain't going to get the answer because it's all subjective. But if you keep on answering and pushing and prodding to the universe, you will get a clear and concise answer. And this is when your pineal really activates and you see things ultraviolet. Ultraviolet vision is so clear. You know exactly why. You don't have to know logically, but intuitively, you see the connection. You see, when you're conscious and awake, you see the synchronicity. You're like, oh, I see the synchronicity. Calm. But when your pineal activates and you see it with that ultraviolet glass, it's like a mad thing. It's like, damn. It's an aha moment. You see? So these are the portals you can access. Understand, portals are everywhere. I'm probably going to make a connection with a tree. There's a nice, beautiful tree down there. I can connect with that, utilizing my senses. Okay? So yeah, just take time. Like I said, knowledge, aka Gnosis, is something you're always going to be learning as a spiritual vessel. Take your time with it. Understand when you do go into these lighter states of consciousness, ultraviolet vision, the amount of information could be given to you at such a frequent rate that it becomes scary and spooky. So take your time. I feel like I have to tell people as a disclaimer, just take your time with spiritual knowledge. Because I know a lot of people rush to psychedelics also, and all these kind of things, and that will amplify it. But if you're not doing the root work, going out in nature, grounding, eating the right diet, drinking a lot of water, you have to do these kind of things first to understand the elements. Understand fire, understand air, understand earth, understand water, and then you access the spirit. Okay? So you really want to get one with all these elements. Like I said, I go out here, make my videos, I channel from the environments. You have to understand, you have 0 points. Your shoulder is a 0 point. Your knee is a 0 point. Your ankle is a 0 point. And it's actually receiving information from your environment. Your stomach also. This is how cosmic energy goes into your dantians, okay? So you have to understand the universe. Every day, learn something more about the universe. And then have fun in the metaverse and the universe, okay? We call it the universe for a reason, because it's a university. And when it's all said and done, you get your degree. You graduate. So keep on learning from the universe. Stay wholesome. And with that being said, I'm about to shut down. Peace.